Okay, so when you took the job of Secretary of State, despite some misgivings initially, you thought that it was absolutely necessary to restore America's standing, its reputation in the world that had been damaged under the Bush administration. And yet, according to Pew Research figures, actually, during your tenure as Secretary of State, some of the approval ratings in countries that were focuses of foreign policy, such as Pakistan, Egypt, China, even the UK, approval ratings for the US actually fell. How is it that you can justify the argument that it's America that needs to go in and solve the world's problems, when in fact US exceptionism gets so many people's backs up?
Well, this is an inherent contradiction because, of course, when America acts in furtherance of our values, our interests, and our security, that is not going to be universally popular. And when we don't act, that is not going to be universally popular. So it's a constant balancing. What do we do? How far do we go? Now, clearly, President Obama totally rejected the Bush unilateralism of invading Iraq, imposing a different system on the Iraqis. In Afghanistan, there was universal support in our country for going after al-Qaeda and the Taliban who were taking care of them inside Afghanistan because of the attack on 9/11. So it's not a popularity contest, but it is an effort to restore our leadership in a way that gets problems solved and eventually is understood by people. So in the countries that you mentioned, our approval ratings in Pakistan have always been low. Our approval ratings in Egypt have always been low. And part of that is a very active disinformation campaign. Like if you look at Pakistan, for example, the United States gives more humanitarian aid, development assistance than every other country put together. But there are very serious objections to American involvement because we also work with India. And we consider India a very strong partner of ours. We also push the Pakistani government to go after al-Qaeda. I said famously, somebody in this government knows where al-Qaeda is. Right. And it turns out he was right there in a military town in Pakistan. So yeah, we stand up for our values, but we also seek common ground. And it's going to be a constant balancing act. And I think certainly the Obama administration has been much better received than the prior administration.